Hey everybody, we're live. Good afternoon, Dr. Mike.
How we doing?
So today will be a first. Today we have two StreamYards. We have our normal, 6 to 8 minute one right now, and we have a 30-minute interview with my really good and fascinating friend Fernando at 6:15. So tune back in at 6:15 for sure. All right, Mike. We're going to talk about something that's extremely, in my mind, and I know yours as well, chiropractic oriented, and we're going to talk about the brain today, uh, the head, the chief of the central nervous system, and we're going to go over 10 things to help your brain daily, and it's just a quick review from a great article from Dr. Mercola.
Yeah, Dr. Mercola puts out, if anybody is interested, Dr. Mercola puts out basically an article every day, a newsletter every day, and within that newsletter's really good and poignant articles on your health and well-being. So this was a good one. Both of us hit on it, and we'll start at the top. You want to get into the details, or you want to go on overview?
Let's just do each one at a time, and then just
Okay,
slowly make it down to 10.
sure. All right. First one's get proper sleep. It's something that I feel we talk about this almost weekly
Yeah.
on proper rest and proper sleep. It is so important. On average, humans spend, what is it, almost 35% of their time sleeping. So that tells you it's something we really need to pay attention to, and something that is super important.
Yeah, I think when we sleep, I believe this is something relatively new. The Not the lymphatic system. I believe the glymphatic system in the brain is when that starts clearing your brain and protecting your brain, and it does that at night. I'm pretty sure.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely.
Number two, this one I found interesting is, and I had to read it a couple times to really grasp it. Train your unconscious mind, and to me, that was things like reviewing things before bed, whether it's things you're grateful for or things you need to study or things you need to remember, things like vision boarding to put pictures in your mind so you could, reach for them at a later date. And and we're going to talk about this a little bit later on tonight too, using words in the positive as opposed, being very careful how you speak and what words you use.
Absolutely. One of the other parts of this was rehearsing desired outcomes, which is fascinating. Just like, especially, I see this for athletes when you're visualizing a desired outcome.
Yep, yep, yep.
Next one is counter to what we learned in the 90s and 2000s. This one says focus on one task at a time. So do not multitask.
I'm a
And
chronic multitasker, Mike.
yeah, it seems that there is literally this entire generation that multitask. And we were just talking about it the other day where someone will have a video on the screen and they'll be um, writing or doodling. And it's just amazing where this article is talking about one thing at a time, and it's supported by research from Stanford.
Yep, yep. Number four is just like number one, sleep. Something we talk about all the time is exercise regularly. I remember I always say activity is different than exercise. So exercise is incredibly important for your brain and something you should engage in each and every day.
Yes. And that includes high intensity exercising, also avoiding sitting as much as possible. Next one is write down your thoughts. Really important.
Yeah, well, you know me, Mike. I write everything down. I have a daily journal and I write things down like what we do today. So that's something that really resonates with me big time.
Absolutely, 100%.
Oh man, I got the home run ones. I got sleep, exercise, and then eat a healthy diet. And that's a conversation in and of it, all the way by itself. But obviously, anti-inflammatory, decrease, dairy and gluten as much as possible. Lots of fruits and vegetables, protein-centric diet. Did I forget anything, Mike?
I think you nailed them all. Yeah, yep, absolutely. Next one is keep your mind active. Learn something new, like a musical instrument or a language, play board games, read and write on a regular basis. Uh, my mom does this all the time. Solve crossword puzzles, Sudoku, Wordle, or take a class online or at your local library.
Yeah, agree. Number 8 is eliminate toxins. We know living in this tri-state area, it's likely one of the most toxic places in the world. But there's obvious things like try to avoid plastics, try to avoid mercury in your fillings, um, artificial sweeteners, dyes. It's best to eliminate those things. Those things clearly affect your brain, particularly
Absolutely.
mercury.
Absolutely, 100%. Number 9 is meditate. Super important. You really want to meditate. I meditate every night before I go to bed. Definitely improves all of my health scores and outcomes for sure.
Absolutely. And number 10 is be optimistic. I mean, that's pretty much speaks for itself, but being negative all the time is just not the way to go.
No, it is not. So that was 10 in under 10 minutes.
All right. So use these, and the key is 10 things to help your brain daily, not not once in a while, not pick and choose, but daily.
Yep, absolutely.
All
Good
right,
stuff.
we'll be back here, guys. We're Mike and I and the rest of the crew are here till 6, adjusting people, and then 6:15 we're right back here with a special interview.
Bye, guys.